Logged on right now. So we should probably just go ahead then, huh? So Sejal, you were on first. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. So since yesterday, I have done one code review, then my first code review. Um, then I reported one bug in the Wiki edu dashboard. Then right now I'm working on this PR, like reviewing the PR. Um, for that, I had to ask, can I get the like whatever the code is there, like the changes in the PR? Can I get it in my environment, in my local system? Can I do that?
Yes, you can. You should be able to see them if you go to the pull request, and then it may be that you can't do this because it may be that you're not allowed to merge, and so it just doesn't show the instructions. But at the bottom, for me at least, there's a command line instructions link, and that gives like the git commands for doing this. But basically, like for example, in this case, I'm pasting into chat what the command is. So basically it involves knowing the repository that you're trying to get someone else's changes from and the branch name. And if you have that, then you can just pull it straight to your repo, to your branch, and merge it with what you have. So you just have to reset your own afterwards.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah, if you have any trouble, either ping Sage, or if he's not around, ping me, Sejal. We can help you with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Sage, you want to go next?
Sure. I also reviewed a pull request. It looks like the last big pull request from the Wikimedia community tech team, which overhauls the homepage so that it shows both courses and campaigns. And then I made some more progress with the showing authorship data that I talked about earlier. So let's see. I'll just show really quick the proof of concept that I rigged up as working. So this is showing like highlighting the text that was contributed by a single user among all of the people who did this. So that kind of opens the door for putting a nice user interface around this, which I'm planning to work with a designer on in January and February.
Nice. Are you going to show contributions from multiple people on that same view, or just one at a time?
So the idea will be that it will, by default, like highlight all of the users who are participants in that class. So usually there's only one or two or a few more, and so each one would have a different color, and then you could see exactly what the students in that class contributed, so that you could evaluate them based on that.
Yeah, that's great. Cool. Are you using that external service that shows you contributors to a wiki page? You talked about maybe using that external service?
Yeah, that was I basically, there's like a couple different services that interact with it, because there's one service that provides a bunch of JSON that basically shows which bits of the like wiki markup were contributed in which revision by which user. And then there's another service that basically takes that and combines it with the markup to add a bunch of span tags, where each span tag has metadata about who the author of that individual, basically one word at a time, was. And so then it takes that and then sends it back to Wikipedia to ask it to, hey, parse this version of it. I'm going to give you the text that I changed and show me what the HTML for that would be. And so I was trying to re-implement that part of it. And I kind of gave up on that and decided to just get the final version of the HTML like from this intermediary server, which means that it's not going to be very performant. So it'll take a long time to load that, but it's a starting point, and we can maybe re-implement like the midpoint server at some other point.
Okay. Well, gotta work in anyway. That's the key point. Cool. Let's see. For myself, I did some pair programming with Hinesh and Vijay separately yesterday. I'm actually connecting with Hinesh in an hour. He couldn't make this call. Did PR reviews on MetPlus. I did PR reviews and didn't have much time to do wiki ed stuff, unfortunately. More PR reviews on the SHF project. As you know, to do comprehensive review of a significant PR, it's very time consuming. Did some sprint planning. We had a sprint planning yesterday afternoon on SHF, which was really good. We had a couple people from Europe, including the product owner, Susanna, in Sweden. We had, who else? We had Ashley in Seattle and myself, so that was good. And Anton, who's the project manager. So that's going well. We're still forming, what is a sprint length? What's our workflow process, et cetera. We're still working that through. So it's a very nascent or formative project at this point, which is good because everybody's aware that we're just trying to make this up as we go along and we need to document it. So it's a lot of good spirit on that project. I really appreciate that. And that's it for me. No blockers at this point, except I haven't been able to get to React for a day or so here, so I got to get back to learning that, but I will.
On that note, another thing came in this morning, and I just put into master, which is an update of our coverage setup for JavaScript tests. So now we actually have accurate coverage reports, so that you can see which of the original source is and is not being hit by the JavaScript tests. So,
okay. And are you
something that is interesting for you when you do pick up that React thing?
Yeah, cool. What are you using for JavaScript? Is it Mocha or are you using something else?
It is. It's Mocha.
Is that service you're using? Does that work with Jasmine too? Do you know? Not sure.
I mean, well, it's not a service. It's just.
It's not a service. Okay, it's a plugin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. So our test suite is at this point all based on Mocha.
Yep. Got it.
But I think this is particular to that because it's Istanbul is what the coverage thing is, and we basically updated to a newer thing that handles the connection between Babel and Istanbul, so that it incorporates source maps.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty specific. We'll keep looking for something like that for Jasmine or an external CI webhook we can put in place.
Yeah, I think in most cases, like the external things that you can hook into, as long as you can give it like the alcove like data, then they can like display that, and that's sort of the standard like output for JavaScript test coverage, as I understand it.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you can find solutions for Jasmine. You just have to get it working locally and then basically send the output to whatever service at the end of your CI cycle.
Well, that's how they all work anyway, right? All those lines of code guys. Yeah. They rely upon a local capability. Okay. Thanks for that. Vijaya, hi. Do you want to give us an update? Hello? Vijay, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. So I'll ping you on Slack. Okay. Well, perhaps Vijay stepped away or something. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll just hang out here for a few more minutes in case she reconnects. Otherwise, thanks for joining, and everybody have a great holiday weekend. Merry Christmas, or whatever it is you celebrate. So,
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Take care. Okay.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yep. So the other folks dropped off. We finished
Okay.
the Scrum. So what's going on with you?
I create the new branch for story.
You created a new branch for your story?
Yeah. But
The new story.
I updated some of the code. It is not working fully for the includes.
Your audio is breaking up. Vijay, it's hard to
Okay.
understand.
I fixed my mission.
You may want to turn off your video, your camera. It might be helpful. Yeah, your audio is still breaking up.
Which one?
Your audio is still breaking up.
I don't know what happened now.
Okay, do you want to go over it again? See if I can get it now.
Application received email error.
Why don't you try turning off your camera? Save some
Application
bandwidth.
received. That one I have some.
Yes, I really didn't understand what you said. So perhaps if you turn off your camera. Okay, let's see if that helps. You probably want to put your headphone back on because I'm getting an echo.
What is the camera and the audio related? It's not related here.
Well, just the video is using bandwidth that we may want to just give to audio.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so do you want to give your update again?
Yeah, I created a new branch for the application received email bug
Okay.
related story.
Yep.
I'm working on that one. I fixed my system timings to UTC.
Okay. Good.
Those are the two updates. And if you have time, I will share my screen. And I added the include files for the stubbing.
For the new story. Yep.
Yeah, I got some errors.
Also in your PR, I don't know if you know, I put some additional comments in there.
Yeah, I saw just now.
Yeah, that's for stubbing, in fact. So, okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm working on this branch. Then once
okay.
whatever I did, I have to save and I have to check out the branch.
All right. So why don't you share your screen then?
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
Okay, I can see it. Yep. So you need to send a test file name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you go back to your code's not going to work as is.
Okay. This is the before we have.
So we need to fix your code.
Okay.
Yep. So what we need to do is send to, instead of test file there for the argument, you want you want to use the string on line 31, not the whole thing, just from files/janitorresume.doc. Just copy that. No, not the whole thing. Just some from files/janitorresume. That part of the string. Not the backslash even, just from the word files.
Okay.
Grab that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so copy that to your buffer and then paste it in where test file is.
Test file.
Yep. Replace test file with that. Yeah, and then put a single quote in front of that, in front of files. And you misspell files. You got to put an I in files there. Okay, so you can save that now. Yeah. So company mail application received company Java, and that takes a resume file. Is that right? That company mailer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, go ahead and see if that works. You may have to
We had
reload.
add some references.
Sorry?
References, I think.
Is it running?
Running.
You don't have a debug statement somewhere, do you? In your code? Okay. So what happened? It didn't come back with anything?
Come back.
Let's go look and see what the app is doing. How come that says SAS book rather than Net Plus?
Yeah, it's okay.
Are you in the right app there? Okay.
Yeah.
Undefined local variable and method.
References include files for this one.
Yeah, we probably have to
Other
include a file.
how it will get there. Problem. I have here. Before I did it, it is not. We have to include. That line number 1, I can add the include file.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good place to put it.
And the seed file I have to get. Before that, I close.
I think you also need to include the WebMock API.
Yeah.
Let's see. What I had to do in Seeds was I did include WebMock API, but that's not the Seeds file, is it?
Yeah. Seed file and tell me, then I can add. Mock, I think.
No, that's has to be spelled like this. I just put it in the chat window there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the error before also I'm facing.
Yeah. So that's what you're gonna have to. So the stub helpers are in the test environment, and Rails does not necessarily load any modules in the test environment unless you're running tests. So what you're gonna have to do is this. Rather than include, you're gonna have to require it and tell it where the file is.
Okay. I have to add this one.
We'll take out the include service stub helpers and add the require statement that I just posted to the chat.
It. required, after required, it is dot. Yeah.
No. You need a space there between require and the. You need require a space and then the string. But yeah, no, you need the single quote before the backslash.
Then dot.
Yeah, dot before the backslash.
Yeah.
No, not after, but before. You have the dot. Yeah. Quote dot. There you go. That just means current directory in Linux. So starting from the current directory, find spec, etc., and go down that. No, you got to give it the file name. Service stub helpers, not the module name. You see in the chat what I put there?
Yeah.
So the file name is service _ stub _ helpers.
Yeah. Sorry. We had give the actual file name.
Exactly. Yep. And then you can quote, it doesn't need the RB. Okay, let's save that and try it. Hi, Arun.
Hi, Patrick.
It is a undefined local variable or methods.
Okay. Stub cruncher
We had
authenticate.
I had to put the code.
I think, yeah, so, no, I don't think you need to do anything there. Let me just see what's going on. Let's see. Okay. That looks fine. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so what we need to do is we've loaded the file, but now in this file we need to load the module.
Module, yeah, the module is not included.
So you're going to have to do this. Let me put it in the chat. So what's the module name? Let me see. Is Cruncher. So I put it in the chat window for the Hangout.
Okay, I had to include this one also.
Right after the require statement, include that include statement.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. Okay, let's give that a shot. You would think requiring a file would also load the modules into wherever you're requiring it, but it doesn't, evidently.
Yeah.
All right, now what's going on? Files, janitor, resume.
File does not exist.
Okay, let me check that out. So we got fixtures, files. Sure does exist. Okay. Let's see. So, still looking.
I guess it is a problem with the pathing. So, for example, it looks for the janitor resume.doc under files, but it should be looking under spec fixtures files, right? So maybe it is a pathing issue, I guess.
Yeah, but we're invoking it using load file fixtures or load fixtures file, excuse
Oh,
me, and
yeah, that's
that starts at the fixtures directory and looks in and below that. So that's why we're passing in files slash.
okay.
So that's what I don't get here.
Okay.
Let's look at that code again, please. Okay, so you've got that looks okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
In line number 30, we are passing in janitor resume under files. So, uh, but it is it the right path? I'm not sure.
Well, it should be, and it should. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
It is wrong.
So, yeah. So in a test environment, load fixture file would start at fixtures, but we're not running in a test environment. So let's see, stub cruncher file download. What does it do? It takes the file and it says file fixture upload. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Fixture file upload test file. Okay.
Yeah, it is that.
So fixture file upload presumably is just returning the file path we've given it because we're running it in a non-test environment. It seems to be just returning the test file itself, the path we passed in. It's not prepending spec fixtures onto that. So let's go ahead and do that manually. So let's go back to your code there, and what you want to do there is, let's see, where are we? So line 30, when you have files there, so go to there and right before files in that string,
Okay.
put dot slash spec slash fixtures slash. Let's give that a shot. So we're using the stuff that's designed for a test environment, but we're not in a test environment. So we have to figure out how it might work outside of test. If any, I hope this works outside of test. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, but okay. So it's still trying to connect. How's it trying to connect? It's looking for Cruncher, so resume. Right. So we can stub it with, looks like a get. So it's trying to get a resume. Is that right? Okay. I'll look at your code again, please.
Record.
Yep. So we're stubbing Cruncher file download. So when we're doing the job application, it tries to fetch. Okay, so we also need to stub that out. So Arun, when we do a job application, we have to fetch the resume, right? Through file download.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you please repeat?
When we do a job application, we actually have to fetch the resume from the Cruncher via file download from the Cruncher, right?
I'm not sure. I think yes.
Yeah. So can I look at the error message again? Yeah, it's definitely trying to get the resume, and I thought we had stubbed that out. Not that stuff. Yeah.
Can you have a look at line number 40 in service stub helpers? Service-stub-helpers.org.
Line number 40. Yep.
40. Yeah. So in the URL that we're passing in, the regex match, it is getting replaced by the path of the file. If you look at the error message, it is plugging in the path of the file in place of the number regex match. Am I right?
Yeah.
But
So
it shouldn't be. Why is it there?
interesting. So really, the test file name shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Because all we're doing is we're just matching any digit at the end of resume.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why we are rendering a header of file name with the value admin assistant resume. So it doesn't matter which file we pass in, it's always going to be,
Well,
it's going to render a header. It doesn't make sense.
you mean in the file name? Yeah, the file name is just that's actually a bad stub here. That file name should actually be the file name of the test file. I think the reason why the test file is being passed in here was that if you actually wanted to have a fake test file, downloaded file returned to you with content, that's what that file.read in line 41 is. So it'll actually give you a file
Okay.
that if you want to have content for your test. But yeah, so why is this? Can I look at that error? Yes, so there we go. So there. Where are we here? We're so we're authenticate stub request. Can we go back and look at that code again, Jai?
Okay.
Oh, actually, before we do that, on that error console, let's go back, please. If you scroll down a little bit, extract it around line 57, scroll down a bit, just see what file, confirm what file we're in there.
REST client. Get service file.
Yeah, okay, so that's in the service code. So let's go look at your text, your source again. Okay, let's see. Okay. So was that test written like this before application received?
Yeah.
Okay. So that application, if you look at the code for let's go look at the company mailer file itself, that source code. No, not the preview. So if you just, yeah, under app, right where you got it there, in your editor.
Mm-hmm.
No, in your editor. So just open that directory you've already got highlighted, mailers. And then click on company mailer. Oh, you're in test. I'm sorry. You have to go up the app. Thought you were in the app. Okay, so application received uses third argument is resume ID. So let's go back to your test code. Yeah, right there. Job mailer spec, I'm sorry. Is it job mailer spec it's job mailer spec we're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at that.
Job mailer spec.
So company mailer, yep. So
Yeah.
company mailer preview code, so you can see the job app, I'm sorry, so line 33, you're calling application received out of company mailer.
Mm-hmm.
But the third argument we're sending is a string as opposed to a digit. So again, if you look at company mailer, RB. No, the one to the right of that. So that's the code under test. And you see application received, the third argument is an ID, resume ID, in fact. It's just an integer. So go back to, so we need to make our third argument in our test setup to be an ID, or just an integer, actually. So if you go back to company mailer preview, so that string you've got is the third argument. We don't need that. Let's just put 1 in there. It doesn't matter what digit we put in, the pattern will match anything. So in line 33, at the end of that line 33, just put 1 in there as the third argument. One, and then
I put ID.
No, just put 1. We just needed an integer in there, and then right parens. No, right parens. Closing parens. Yeah, and then delete line 34. Just delete that whole line. Did you do that?
This line. This one.
Yeah, line 34. Just, yeah, delete the whole line. Oops, you wiped out too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's save that and let's give that a run. I think that step could be simplified. I'm not sure we need to pass a file name in there, nor do we need contents of a file. I'm not sure that's even being used anywhere. I think that stub is a problem. But Okay, so
Yeah, that's it.
looks like we're good there. Is that what the, see if we, is there, yep, it attached the PDF there.
Yeah,
It's not the
here.
one we specified, but that's okay. The stub actually specifies that as the file name, as we saw, so it doesn't really matter.
Mhm.
So it looks good. I think it's working now.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think so. We successfully stubbed out the external services, so we're not doing that in those previews, which is what we want. So we figured out how to include the webmock module, which normally is included in test but not in dev. And we included the service stub helpers, which again are included in dev automatically for us, but not, excuse me, in test, but not in dev. Rails loads certain things in dev, but they won't load test modules, obviously. So we faked that out. We got those stubs in there working in a dev environment. And so the test now works. The preview, excuse me, now works.
Okay, thank you, Patrick.
Sure, no problem.
Hi, Arun.
Hi, hi, Jen.
Thank you.
So Rune, what's
Patrick was the one.
happening with you? How you doing on that
Yeah, so I've
feature?
been working on. I, I'm a bit late in delivering that, so I'm working on writing a controller test for the action. So almost done with it. So I have to write a cucumber test for that, and
Oh, yeah.
then I'll update my PR.
Yeah, and you saw my comments in your PR as well?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Yeah, I stood it up. It looked pretty good. Other than the stuff that I noted, it looked good. And of course, tests. I didn't remark upon that. I knew it was a whip PR, but I figured you wanted me to look at it or us to look at it because it's whip, right?
I'm sorry, your voice chopped off. Can you please
I said
repeat?
I reviewed it because I figured you wanted us to look at it, and that's why you created the whip
Yeah,
PR. Yep.
yeah,
Okay, good. Um,
yeah.
in terms of that back button that you're using, let's leave it in there. I'm unclear whether we should use little back buttons explicitly on the page or if we just rely upon the user hitting the back button for the browser. And maybe that's a discussion
Okay.
you and I and other folks having, especially Laura. We should have that discussion when she gets back. But leave it in there.
Sure.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So
And as you
overall,
noted, it is redirecting back to all jobs, but it should be redirecting to that particular job from which the job developer was taken to the view. So I have modified that. So
yeah, that's
I
an
just have to
easy
complete the
fix.
test.
I think we have a few of those sprinkled throughout where the back link or whatever goes all the way back to. By the way, the jobs view itself, when you click the jobs at the top main menu, I think that's actually that particularly useless screen. I don't think it does anything for the user. It's not
Which one are we talking about?
the job. It's not yours. It's the jobs view that we have. When you stand up the app
Okay,
and you
okay,
just
yeah, I get it. So all
there's
jobs, index view, right?
yeah, exactly. And I think it's useless to be honest. What does it do for the? You can't even sort it. So I think what I'd like to propose is we change that to just go directly to the job search view, which already shows you all the jobs.
Yeah,
And
makes sense.
you can search specifically for area or company or whatever you need. But I think that starting point for jobs, especially when you get to more than one or two pages of jobs, it's just useless. You can't search on it. You can't narrow it down. You can't
Yeah, it's useless.
sort on company name or anything else. And it doesn't even show you much information. It shows you a title. And I think that's about
And
it,
then
right?
two links.
And a couple of links
Yeah.
if you're the
So maybe
admin
we
to
should.
edit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we can remove it as you said, and it is really good to have a search bar when a user goes to the jobs view or when a job seeker is logged in, it's better to show them the search bar
Yep, that's
rather
where I
than
want to
showing a
go.
list of jobs.
Yep, absolutely. I want to go to see, just show me the list of all jobs and let me sort by name or
Hmm.
company or whatever. And if I want to, let me hit a button that allows me to search and narrow down the list of jobs I'm seeing. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, maybe you can list the recent jobs. Say for example, 10
Hmm.
or 15 jobs. That
At
would
the
work.
top.
So I have seen something like that in a couple of job sites, for example. So we are going to have a search bar, and at the same time we are going to list say 10 or 15 recent jobs. That is going to be pretty useful for the job seeker.
Yeah, in fact, you've already done that, right, for the job seeker homepage. Recent jobs since the last login, I think you did, right?
Yeah, I just added. Yeah, okay, I forgot it.
And
Yeah, you're right.
it's it's colored.
I have
It's
weak
got a
memory.
yellow band on it, which I think is great. Um, and we could also do something like on a generic basis for the overall job search screen.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. Yeah, makes
Yep.
sense.
Or we could actually add to the job search screen the date of creation. Actually, it may be there already. I don't know. The date of creation of a job, and you can just click on
Mm,
the date and sort by that if it's there. I don't know if it's there.
I'm not sure if it's there. I haven't
I
looked.
can't remember. I did that search thing a long time ago, it seems. I can't recall what's in there, but that would be easily added as well.
Hmm.
But I think the job seeker homepage with the banded yellow for new jobs, I think is great. I think that draws
Yeah,
attention.
it is going to be useful.
Yeah, that works really well. All right, cool. Anything else, Arun, that we should discuss right now? Or I'm glad you joined. I wanted to get an update on how you're doing with the story. I think you're really close. Added test, I think you're in good shape.
Patrick?
Arun? Yeah, can you hear me?
No, I didn't
Can you
hear
hear
your
me?
last sentence.
I said you're really close. All you need is tests, and I think you're there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling with time management and stuff. So, I'm trying to do a lot of things at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
failing terribly.
well, you can easily fix that by making that PR your number one priority. How about that? That would do it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just kidding, of
Hopefully,
course.
no problems. I'll probably get it done within tomorrow. Yes, let's see.
Well, if you can, I think tests take the longest time to develop, to be honest. It takes longer to do that than it takes to code the thing. Because you have to think through all the different
Yeah, it's
scenarios, you happy, sad paths and all that.
balance. Mhm.
Yeah. That's why developers don't do tests unless they're forced to, right? Because it's hard work. It's really hard work.
To think a lot about all
Exactly.
possible cases. Yeah.
Takes a lot of thought. What are the snares I need to test? Well, anyway, I'm glad you were able to join, Arun. I haven't been able to talk to you in a while.
Yeah, I hope I can be more active from now on. See.
Yeah, I hope so. It would be good. We're trying to wrap up
Yeah.
a few things and get on to MVP. So it's not going to happen in December, but that was our target. So let's shoot for January.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about having Laura now starting to redesign our UI. We're going to have actually a pretty darn good looking UI when she's done with it. And that's going to
That'd
be,
be great. We need it.
yeah, because we've got some great functionality. It's just ugly to look at. So it's good that she's
That's the next step for us.
working on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So what I got to do now, I've got to, let's see, I'm going to hook up with Hinesh. Unless he wants to join this particular. Let me see if he's around. You guys can meet him.
Yeah.
See if he's still here. See if he's online right now.
Yeah, he is on.
He's showing online, yeah. My Slack is giving me that signal it's trying to. Okay, good. Okay. a link. So he should be joining in a sec here. There we go. Hi, Hinesh.
Hey, Patrick.
How are things going? So, Hinesh, we also have other team members here. Vijaya,
Hey.
who's in California, and Arun, who's in India. What city are you in, Arun?
Uh, I'm in the south. It's Tamil Nadu. Would have never heard of it.
No, I never. You could have said Mumbai or Chennai or something like that. Anyway, that's okay.
Yeah, it's
That is
Chennai is
also
in Tamil Nadu.
metropolitan.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
okay. And Hinesh is in London, as you could probably tell by his accent. He's the UK
Yeah.
guy. So, Hinesh, we're just finishing up other discussions. So, why don't we focus on what you've got going on now?
Okay, so I've done the task yesterday to refactor the job control action, the create and update method. So I've done the specs, it's all running fine. Just run the cucumber now, and then I'll push up for pull request.
Okay, good. Do you want to take another story, or what are you looking to do now?
Yeah, I want to take another story, but I'm not sure which one.
Okay, all right. We can look at them. Let's see. I'll bring up the storyboard here. Let me find it, and then I can share my screen.
Yeah, no worries.
So I'll share my screen. So, Hinesh, I think you're pretty good at CSS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was telling, I mean, as you know, Laura is working on a redesign for the UI.
Yep.
And when we get the implementation, sometime in January, fairly soon, hopefully, I'm hoping you'll be able to work with her on implementing. Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of CSS work coming up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see my screen?
Yep, I can see your screen.
Okay, so Paul took this one here. Let me see. Let me just refresh my memory on what these look like. Isn't this... No, that's not. Okay, that might be a little bit... let's see. Yeah, that may be a little bit more advanced.
Yeah.
So how ambitious do you feel, Hinesh?
Yeah, I'm up for the challenge.
Up for the challenge, okay. Okay. So let's look at this with job seeker profile update. Okay. So I am going to log in as a job seeker here. And just to explain what's going on there. Let's see. Okay. So I'm this guy, Tom Seeker.
Yep.
And I've just logged in and everything's fine. And Danny, and you can see this little edit icon with pencil?
Yep.
So I click on that and I go, gee, I'd like to change my email address to, you know, TomSeeker2, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll leave everything else the same. So if I click Update Job Seeker, it says Job Seeker updated successfully. Except when I go look at myself, I'm still Tom Seeker Pets instead of Tom Seeker 2.
Okay, so it's not persisting.
Yeah, so what's happening there is this. Get that to be in the right window. So let's look at stuff. We don't need this. Job Seekers Controller. So we should have an action called Edit Profile because I'm editing my profile. So it's handled by that action. And
Is it edit profile or just edit?
did I miss it?
I think it's just edit. Yeah, it's on top. Line 42. Here you go.
Yeah, okay. So for agency people, I think we have, correct me if I'm wrong, Vijay, I think we have an edit profile action for company people and agency people. But I guess for a job seeker, we just use the edit action. Okay. So obviously, once we edit with the form, we come back to the update. So there would be generally on the other guys, you see edit profile and update profile for job seekers, just edit and update. So which is all really straightforward. That's great stuff. So what's happening here is that we are at some point saving the updated job seeker here. But we're calling the job seeker parameters we're passing in.
Yep.
We are calling via this permitted attributes. This handle user form attributes, that just strips out the password fields if the user didn't enter anything into the password fields. Otherwise, we'd be failing model validation because we'd be passing empty address, an empty password to the model, and it would say you have to have a password. So let's look at this permitted attributes method. So that's at the bottom here. Let me look at that again. Permitted attributes.
Is it in the model?
No, it's here. Is permitted attributes? Okay.
The bottom.
What's that? Did I miss it?
It is bottom of
here.
that, I think.
No, it's not actually. Where's permitted
It's not.
attributes? No.
It
What we
is
have
in
is
job
this.
seeker policy.
Job seeker policy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, it's not.
It sounds like it would be, wouldn't it? What is that?
Here it is. Yeah, it's in job seeker policy. Under policy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. Maybe something's going on here that is different than what I thought. Job seeker update profile action and job seekers controller. Why don't I see an update profile action there? Did I write that up incorrectly?
Config routes.
Okay.
Agency people update profile.
Yeah, that's for agency people, but
Job seeker, we are using the same. We are not using the profile. We are using the job seeker method. So that is the update method.
we're using update.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the permitted attributes actually do include email. Okay. All right. So I think this is a simpler story than what I thought. right, let's do this again. Let's go back to where's. I just want to get some white space. I want to see what the application is doing when we actually update the email. Let's go back to this. Let's do, let's call myself Seeker 22, and let me see, update job seeker. Okay. All right, so this story is simpler than I thought. Actually, what's happening here, and I'll rewrite the story for this, Hinesh. The parameters being passed into the action are fine.
Okay.
We're not missing the email. That isn't why the email is not being changed. So I changed my email as Tom to TomSeeker22, yet when I go in and look at Tom, it's still TomSeekerPets. So the background here is that we are using, you're familiar with Devise, I know. We're using a module called confirmable. So whenever a user changes their email address, we send an email to that address.
To confirm it.
That they have to click a link in to confirm their new email address. And that's why I wanted to confirm in the controller action that that's happening. So you can see right here, we're actually sending the email here with the confirmation link in it. So I do that. The thing is, though, when I do it as a user, and I think I've maybe done it, I get a confirmation, you're updated successfully. That's a lie, because of course what's happened is that an email has gone to that new email address that I want to have for my profile.
Yeah.
And the email actually in the database is not going to be updated until that confirmation link in that email is clicked by the user. So what we need to do here is we have to have a flash message rather than job seeker updated successfully.
Oh, there's change on the front end.
The job message, the message has to say something like a confirmation email for your new email address was sent to, and maybe give the new email address in the flash message.
Okay.
Please see that email for next step, or something like that. Now, what's happening is that Paul Caston, he's also on the team. He's in Australia. He actually took a similar story today. It's exactly kind of the same thing. I mean, the flash message has to be the same.
Yeah.
Right. So you can either do this, and if you guys have differences in flash message, we can parse them out. It's not a big deal. Or you could take a more involved story. It's up to you.
I'll take this one for the moment, and then I'll do this one. Then I'll take the more involved one after. Okay.
And so that was job seeker profile update. So when you are done with that, showed this to Paul as well. This is the one that has the more involved. First of all, it's got the same issue where we send a confirmation email, but we're not telling the user that we are doing that when they change the email. The other thing about this particular one for agency people, when an agency person tries to change their email, I'll show you what that looks like, just for future reference. So let's look at update. There should be an update profile here. It's a separate action, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's update profile. And then we get the parameters that we're going to use for updating the profile from agency person params. That is a method here. Down below somewhere under the private section. Yeah, here we go. So agency person params, we're pulling first name, last name, branch ID they're assigned to. There's some stuff here. But you can see we're not pulling an email.
Yep.
So email is stripped out. So even though in the form we're collecting a different email address the person wants to assume, it's not updating the model because the permitted parameters are stripping it out. That was the one I thought job seeker had as well. Job seeker doesn't have that problem. The parameters are not being stripped. It's just the flash message. So this particular action has both problems. We're not updating the email, and if we were, we have to tell the user they have to go look at the confirmation email and click on the link.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
But I think you're right. Let's start with the simpler one, the job seeker one, which is just a flash message.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
I will I will update
please
this
edit
description. Sorry?
Yeah, I just wanted you to update the story because it's
Yeah, so I cut and pasted from agency person into here. I assumed that job seeker had the same problem. In fact, it doesn't even have a profile update action. So I got that wrong. But I will just make this reflect the fact that it's just really just the flash message to the user
Okay, excellent.
that they have to pay attention to if they want to change their email.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so that's straightforward. So that's 507. Do you want me to go ahead and assign it to you, Hinesh?
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay, good. There you are. And what I will do is do you want me to drag it over to in progress as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I'll go for it today.
So the other story that's similar, in fact, I can cut and paste this particular.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, basically it's the same one for a company person.
Mhm.
Company person has essentially only that problem. So it's the
Yeah.
same. So you guys will come up with competing flash messages, or if you want to connect up with him, he's Pcaston in Slack.
Okay.
Let me show you him. That's him, Paul Caston. But
Okay.
his handle is Pcaston, like that.
Yeah, so I'll see what Flash Machine does. I'll keep it consistent with this.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll be easier.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. So that's good. So you're off and running with a new story then.
Yep, I'm all set.
Like I said, I'll update the text so it's not confusing anymore, and we should be in good shape.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'll
Yeah.
do that pull request tonight as soon as the cucumbers run.
Okay. Sounds
It
good.
takes a while, yeah.
Yeah. It takes forever.
Yeah.
That's number 507, Hinesh.
Okay, excellent.
Yep. And I'll change the title to reflect reality there as well.
Yeah.
And the description. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, anybody else have anything we should talk about right now?
no.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we actually had this accidental pair programming session.
Yeah.
We were talking before after a scrum, and then thought, well, maybe Hinesh will join us, so that's great.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day, evening, and oh, actually have a good Merry Christmas too. Happy
Yeah,
holiday,
you too.
whatever it is
Yeah.
you celebrate.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Okay.
See
Once
ya.
Bye now.
again.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.